The year 1757 was an astonishing year for Indian history. 50,000 Indian soldiers, led by the Nawab of Bengal on one side and only 2,000 British soldiers on the other. The Nawab was confident that he was going to win this war, and he ordered his commander, Mir Jafar Khan, to send out the troops to fight. But little did he know that Mir Jafar Khan was sold to the British for a few gold coins. In an astonishing battle of Plassey, 2,000 British soldiers took over 50,000 Indian soldiers, and that marked the beginning of the British rule on India. The British took another 100 years to take over the entire continent. They went all around from north to south. And in such dark times, in 1827, in a Brahmin family, a little boy was born, Mangal. Mangal spent his entire childhood with his best friend Gauri, the cow. They slept together, ate together. He gave her grass to eat. He even milked her at times. They spent a good lot of time together. And soon he grew up. At that time, India was quite divided by its castes. And two people from different castes would not wear the same clothes, or ate the same food, or even drank water from the same well. And Mangal had learnt enough about that. When he grew up to be a little lad, he joined the British Army. And there he learnt how to break the cartridge with his teeth, to fill the bullets in the nozzle of the gun, to push in the sand and press it in, and to aim the nozzle perfectly well, and the rifle would go click, and he would shoot the target. He was a sincere, honest, dedicated soldier of the British Army. When he had his first holiday from the army, he came back home to his village, and he was pulling out water from a well when a Harijan passing by called out, "Give me some water. I'm very thirsty. Please give me some water to drink." But Mangal remembered what he had learnt. "This well belongs to Brahmins," he said. "A Harijan cannot have water from it." The Harijan felt insulted and angry. "Are you really a Brahmin? The one who bites into cartridges of fat laden with pig fat and cow fat with his own teeth? You are not even a Brahmin," he said. And this sent down a shiver through Mangal's spine. For days he couldn't sleep, and he couldn't wait to reach the 34th Infantry at Behrampur, where he met his fellow men and asked them, "Is it true what I have heard? Is it true that our cartridges are laden with cow fat, pig fat?" Abdullah replied, "If that is true, then I will be outcasted." And Shankar added, "And a cow is holy to us. How can I bite into cow fat?" "Savdhan!" was a call out to all of them, and they all paraded in the grounds. Colonel Mitchell was there to order them around. "Go and bite into those cartridges," he said. But this time, no one moved. Now, Colonel Mitchell was a short-tempered man, and this he considered his insult. So he went straight to his office and called out for British troops to come right at Behrampur to kill this infantry. The Indian soldiers were restless and scared. That night, they took advantage of the dark and broke into the storeroom, picked up the rifles, broke the cartridges with their hands, and loaded them up. The next morning, Colonel Mitchell and the British soldiers on one side and the Indian soldiers on the other. Just when they were going into battle, the commander-in-chief of the Indian sepoys called out, "Colonel, we are simple men who follow our religion. Do not misunderstand us. Please send back your British army, and we promise to put down our arms." Colonel Mitchell thought for a while, and he sent back his British army. The Indian soldiers put down their arms. But that night, there was great unrest in the barracks. What was going to happen the next day? Are the British soldiers going to kill us? Thought Shankar. Or they might disbar us and disband us from this army, thought another. Does that mean that we have no choice but to bite into the cartridges? Mangal Pandey spoke for the first time in a long time. In the wee hours of the next morning, when the army was out to parade, Mangal Pandey had already been to the storeroom. His rifle was loaded, and he turned around to address his fellow men. Rise! Rise and take arms! Make haste before the English makes outcasts out of us! Wake up and strike a blow! This time, do it for your own religion. And as he spoke, he kindled a spark in each soldier's heart. Just then, Lieutenant Bagh came riding on a horse right behind Mangal. Mangal turned around and shot his fire at Lieutenant Bagh. And that was the first shot that led to the freedom struggle of India. What do you think happened next? Do you think Mangal Pandey killed Lieutenant Bagh? Or was he killed in the bargain? Do you think he lived to tell the tale? Well, we will only know when we read further the book on Mangal Pandey written by Amar Chitra Katha. Yes, this is the book I had read. There I can see the Harijan speaking to Mangal Pandey and him discussing with his friends. Yes, in the dark of the night they all went to the storeroom. And yes, there was a face-off between the British and the Indian soldiers. You must know the true story of Mangal Pandey, and this is where you will find out on Getlitt website. I am Archana Bora, the storyteller. Thank you.